Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing this wonderful, lovely Sunday evening? What is today? Today is the 12th of July. Hope you guys are having a wonderful rest of your weekend today. We are going to tackle some of our usual songs that we've been looking at over the past, 2 to 3 weeks. We have been trying to go through and find some old-timey jazz pieces that we are doing on stream for our singing streams. So today we are going to continue that, and we've got a couple really cool songs picked out for us this evening. Hi guys, nice to see y'all. Hi. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the 5, John. Thank you. So sweet. Nice to see y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our usual pieces. And I have a warm-up song you guys are beyond familiar with by now, and that is From the Start by Dayle. Let's go make sure I have all my stuff unmuted. Hi, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and just jump right into that, shall we? Okay, here we go. Here is From the Start by Dayle. I'll just up the volume just a little bit. Hold up. I'm going to start one more time. One more time. Cannot forget the volume. Okay. Here we go. Here's From the Start. Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you in awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain, listening to you hop on about some new soulmate. How I wish you'll wake up one day. Run to me, confess your love, at least just let me say that when I talk to you, or Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a moon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start? Yeah, honestly, this is one of my preferred songs to start the evening. Pretty much any song that fits in kind of like a bossa nova feel is pretty good as a warm-up song. I don't know, at least for me, that's how I feel. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she wrote this one back in 2019. Pretty sure? I don't know. Okay. What's a girl to do lying on my bed staring into the blue? Unrequited, terrifying love is driving me a bit insane. Have to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start? Confess I loved you, just thinking of you. I know I loved you from the start. Okay, there we go. And I saw something come in, so let me go ahead and address it. Oh my gosh, Danny, there it was. Thank you so much for the 5. Okay, I have a new system up because I know I've been talking about this over the past couple of streams. I have a system where I have like multiple different chats going because it's a multi-streaming thing that we got set up here. So a lot of times I miss like Gifted or like just different platforms and their versions of that, and I always feel bad, but I have a new system starting this week where I'm actually able to go through and see all of those that come through on my screen Finally, I feel like I should have set that up a while ago, but I figured it out, so we have it for this week. Yay! Also, I'm not gonna lie, the lighting that I have set up right now, okay, I was trying to figure out this background that we have going on, and I feel like it has a very specific lighting scheme, but right now my face is looking like orange, not gonna lie. Don't know if it's the foundation I used today or it's probably the orange light, like oh my gosh. Anyway, so I don't know, should I move that? I feel like the orange lighting though kind of really sets the mood that matches with this room. That's something that we're figuring out as we're going through and figuring out the lighting scheme for these future projects with this really cool infinity room behind me. At some point, I've talked about this, I want to create a room where it's very interactable with the chat. I think that would be super, super fun, but we're not quite there yet in our journey of content. So, in the future, near future, we shall do that. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our next song that we have set up for today. So last time we did a couple people, last time we asked a couple people, there we go, for a couple different suggestions, and these we weren't able to get to last week, so I have them at the top of my list. And as you guys know, whenever you guys go through and you put songs for me to do in the chat that you'd like me to do, unless I know them already, I will go through and put them on a list for us to do the week following or whenever we're on stream again. So this one was on our list from last time, and it's not the classy jazz pieces that we're trying to go through and kind of like learn a bunch of new ones. So I wanted to tackle these first before we got into some more of those classier kind of like, what are we calling them? Like the 1920 standards. I think that's what we decided to call them last time. So that's what we're going to do. And then after we tackle those, we will go through and do the jazz pieces. Okay, so yeah, this one's really cool. We've been doing this one a couple times on stream in this new key, which I'm not gonna lie, I actually think I like this new key more than I do the one that we were doing previously. So this one is called My Love, Mine Oh Mind. This particular song was a TikTok trend for a while, and I think this song really captured like its audience, I'm gonna say, in like 2019. I've not heard too much from this particular song just like on the web, but I saw it come through a couple weeks ago in my chat, and we've been trying to go through and figure out what key kind of sounds the best for my type of voice, because the original artist for this song, Mitski, I think is how you say her name, I think she has an alto voice. I don't know if she's ever actually said that. I could even, actually, let me look that up. That would be kind of cool to see. But I'm pretty sure she has an alto voice, and my voice kind of sits just higher in my register, so I'm trying to see what key would be best for this song for me to kind of have that same effect that she carries. So let's see. Let me ask if she actually is an alto. I'm pretty sure she is. How do I spell her name? Mitski is an alto singer. I actually don't know if she's a singer-songwriter or singer. She is, she's a mezzo-soprano. Okay, rather than a true alto, according to Google. She's classified as a mezzo-soprano rather than a true alto, and she often sings in an alto range. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so she must have done a couple pieces that kind of like fit on a higher register. I'm really only familiar with this song and like maybe one other of hers I've heard before. But anyway, so yeah, that is the next song on our list that we are going to take a look-see at. Oh my gosh, yes, I can do cheek. Wait, do I know Cheek to Cheek? I think I do. Oh my gosh, that actually is one I've been wanting to learn, Cheek to Cheek by Frank Sinatra. That is a really cute song. Nice to see you. Okay, yes, that's true. I did do a TikTok of that. I think I know like the first half, so I can probably do that. I could probably try to learn that on stream. I feel like I know the melody enough to do that. Okay, you know what I'll do? I will do that after this song we do first, and then we will attempt to do Cheek to Cheek. That would be a good idea. I'll listen to him do it first and see if I know it enough to be able to do it on stream. Have you guys ever seen on TikTok people who will go through and they do singing like I do, and it's like their full time, the dream. Their full time to kind of like stream music on TikTok, and they do covers and that sort of thing. I'm wondering, how do you learn to like listen to a song? Because this is how I see that they do it on TikTok. They will listen to a song like one time, like they'll get recommended for it and they'll listen to it, and you kind of see them like listening to it on stream. They're getting the vibe. And then they go through and they like just sing it like afterward. Like, do they listen to the song in their head? Is that what they're doing? Because I want to figure out how to do that, because I get really cool recommendations on stream. And a lot of times I know parts of the song, but like I don't like truly know the melody to all of it. So I am so curious about that. That's not something I was ever taught, but I see them do it, and I'm so curious how they do that. I wonder if there's like somebody online that like talks about that. How to listen to a song once and just instantly know it. Tutorial. Okay, let me see. But yes, I will try Cheek to Cheek right after we do this request. If it comes through. Oh my gosh, white screen. That's also something I fixed too, which is wonderful. If you guys have noticed, the screen isn't so like blindingly bright and like disrupting the illusion of the green screen behind me. Yes, surprise, the background's not real. I want to figure out some more backgrounds that look a little bit more realistic than this one. It's just the first one that I like did the key lighting for, because I was trying to like figure it out, and I just like haven't expanded beyond. So I need to. It's why I have it. It's why I literally built it. Anyway, okay, I'm rambling. Let's go ahead and jump right into the music. Okay, we'll do this song by Mitski, and then we'll try Cheek to Cheek. That's a good song. Okay, here we go.
Up high, here before and after me, shining down on me. Moon, tell me if I could send out my heart to you, so when I die, which I must do, could it shine down here with you? 'Cause my love is mine.
I forgot to take a breath there. I don't know if you noticed that. I was like, oh gosh, wait a minute. Can I do this whole phrase? Okay. My bad. All right, here we go.
My baby here on earth showed me what my heart was worth. So when it comes to be my turn, could you shine it down here for her? 'Cause my love is mine, I love mine. Nothing in the world belongs to me but my love, mine all mine. Nothing in the world is mine for free but my love, mine all mine, all mine.
Okay, there we go. Had a little fun with the ending there. Okay, that was My Love, Mine, All Mine, and that was in a lower key than what we've been doing. And to be honest, I actually like doing it in that lower key. There's a couple registers in my vocals that, I don't know, I just feel like are really, it's like, I don't know, sweet spot's the word to use, but for me, vocally, there are a couple melody lines that I have sung before that just, I don't know, they resonate with me, I guess, and they're a lot of fun to sing. Okay, now let's try to do Cheek to Cheek by Frank Sinatra, and here's what I'm going to do. We are going to listen to the song. Oh my gosh, Danny, thank you so much for another 5. I didn't see that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh wow, there's there is a lot of people. Hi. Hi, nice to see you guys. Okay. Yay. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, let's jump into it. So, what was I going to do? We were going to do Cheek to Cheek by Frank Sinatra. So, Cheek to Cheek by Frank Sinatra. What I'm going to do is I am going to play the song because, like I said, I know parts of it. And maybe I should just do the chorus first, just see if I can, like, nail the chorus. And then we'll jump into the rest of it. Because I think, if I remember correctly, the verse and the bridge are, like, really different melody-wise. So I want to be able to, like, at least tackle the chorus first and get that down, because I did do a really fun TikTok on that back in the day. It was good. I should do another one of those. Okay, so yeah, I know the orange lighting is new. Somebody mentioned that. I know. I'm trying to figure out different stuff for the lighting. We're getting used to it, okay? We're getting used to how to light things for future bigger projects. I know. Okay, here we go. Let me find a good key too. Okay. Cheek to Cheek. Let's listen to Frank do it. Let's listen to him do it first. And then, that is already what I said I was going to do. Okay, all good. Okay, here we go. Cheek to Cheek, Frank Sinatra. Okay, this is the version I really, really like. It's not the right key, though, I don't think. Let me see. There's one that I sang, the one that I sang for the TikTok that was mentioned. I don't remember what version I styled it in. Because there's a couple different artists that sang this song in, like, really cool different ways, and I can't remember how that one went. But let's go ahead and listen to this version by Frank. And if it's not this one, that's okay. I just want to remember how the melody line goes, so then we can attempt it. And I think Frank is the staple for this song, not gonna lie. Pretty much every time I've heard it is his version, so it probably won't be far off. Okay, here we go. All right, let's take a listen. So this is Cheek to Cheek by Frank Sinatra. What year is it? It is the year. This was revised in 2006. Very cool. Remastered. So it's a remastered version of the original. The original was recorded, fill in the blank, don't know. Okay, here we go. Let me turn down the... Ooh, loud. Jump scare. Okay. Let's just take a listen. Let's see.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak.
Oh, it goes up. Okay.
And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Okay, that's the part I know. This is the part I don't.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my cares that hung around me through the week.
Okay, so it goes up a second time.
To vanish like a lucky streak. When we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Okay, this is the part. See how it's like different? Almost feels different, like where he lands tempo wise. Oh, it keeps going up though. Okay, it's similar. Ah, that part was different. See what I mean? But it is really cool. Can I memorize it? Let's see.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak.
Let's see, is this the chorus?
And I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing.
Okay, so it changes lyrics. Okay, then I think it's just instrumental for a while. That's the hard part, because this song, it is 3 minutes, but I feel like there's not like a chorus section, if that makes sense. I feel like it's it feels like it's continuous. Let's just say that. I think there is a difference between like verse 1 and that sort of thing, but for me, the chorus is kind of like, it's a longer section, it feels like. So let me see. All right, let me listen to it one more time, and I'll see if I can attempt it, but I don't know how far I'll get with it. Let's just listen to where I think the chorus kind of starts-ish.
The dancing cheek to cheek.
Okay, this part is the part I don't know.
Oh, I love to climb a mountain and reach the highest peak, but it doesn't move me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to go out fishing in a river or creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek.
Okay.
Dance with me, I
Dance
want my arm about you.
Okay.
That charm about you will carry me through to heaven.
I'm in heaven.
It's just that one little part.
And my
Heart
heart
beats so that I can hardly speak. And I sing na 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 na.
Okay, so we can attempt it. We're gonna attempt it. All right, I don't know what key would work very well for me, but we will take a look-see. Try that key? Really? You think I should try that key? That key seems so high, though. I don't know. Okay, I can try. We can try that key. Okay, so that key seemed to be, does it say here what key it is? No, that would be too easy. Okay, let me just see if I can find an original. Like somebody went through and just did the original. Let's see. I feel like that won't be too hard to find. Did I have that on mute the whole time? No? Okay, no? Okay. I'm gonna trust you. Okay. Here. So I think this is the original key. Original key. Okay, that'll be helpful because at least that is true. That would be helpful if I hear it in the same key we just heard it in to help me kind of like remember the notes. All right, we're just gonna do the first part or as much as I can. If not, I'll like improv a little bit. Okay. Unless I'm totally lost. Hopefully that won't happen. Okay, here we go. Cheek to cheek, at least part of it. Oh yeah, that's the same key. Okay. No, not a white screen. Okay, here we go.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Okay, this is the part.
Oh, I'd love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't boot me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek.
Is that right? Was that actually, that was pretty close, wasn't it? Okay.
But I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance.
Oh no, this was the part I didn't know. Okay, that's okay. Did it go up or down? I remember my brain was thinking like, oh, it's like Frank Sinatra-esque. Just think Frank. Okay.
Heartbeats, I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, for knowing like the first 2 seconds of that song, not bad. Not great, but not bad either. I think, you know what would be kind of fun? I really think I could learn this song for next week and have it in our usual queue. Don't you think? I feel like I knew that enough, just generally where we can just like begin to include it and it'll get better as the weeks go. Do you know what I mean? I think we could. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. Hopefully that attempt was somewhat appealing to the ear. Hopefully, that is my job. But anyway, so I think what we'll do is we will add that into our roster, And we'll go through the weeks and try to memorize that. I think that'd be super fun. We can go through and like listen to different versions too and kind of just see what key fits, because that was something I was noticed while I was singing it. I went down instead of up because, as if anybody knows, especially singers, if you are going like up in a song and you're like, I don't know where this is supposed to go, up is scary. Up is like, don't know. I'm already losing the note because I'm up here. So I like to go down if I'm not 100%. So anyway, but that was cool. That was fun. All right, let's take a look at some of our next songs that we have on here. So since we're already here, let's go ahead and just jump into some of our 1920 pieces, right? I think that's a good idea. Okay, so let's take a look. We have on our agenda for today a couple of repeats from last week and a couple new ones added to our list. So, what is one of our repeats? Okay, this one's pretty. I kind of want to I want to kind of like change the mood a little bit, and let's go ahead and go down. We're going to go into kind of like our mellow section of tonight, of our singing for tonight. And that is going to be November Ultra. And we're going to do Come Into My Arms. That's not 1920s. I know. But I saw it on my list, and it was one I wanted to do tonight. It's a beautiful song. I also have a request for you guys. If any of y'all know a full, complete piano version of this song that is kind of meant to be an accompaniment, let me know. Because I've been looking for this particular song for, I don't even know how long we've been doing this song, like on Sundays, but it's a beautiful song. And the version that I have is gorgeous. I love it, but it's not the full song. So a lot of times I'm kind of like, not sure if I should like repeat it twice or whatever. So let's go ahead and do that one next. November Ultra, Come Into My Arms. And you guys remember this song when it was like really trending on TikTok? It was the first, I think this particular song was one of the first times. Ooh, actually no, she did an ABBA cover that was really cool. I remember that. Yeah, no, that was probably where I was first introduced to her and her music, but she has a lovely voice. If you guys like Leve pieces or just like 1920s or like old, like really old Disney vibey songs, you will like this song a lot. And you'll like her as an artist. She kind of fits in kind of like almost jazzy lullaby-esque vibes. I don't know how else to describe her. But she has a stunningly beautiful voice. Really like old-timey feely, you know what I mean? Don't know about y'all, but that's my favorite vibe for an artist, personally. Okay, let's go ahead and do Come Into My Arms by November Ultra. I have no idea what the key is. I'm going to assume the original key. Wish I could just tell by ear. There are some people who do that, and it's like, wish I had that talent. That would be a fun talent to have. Intense ear training? Yes, that is what that is. Years of grinding. It's like, oh, I could just hear this magically now. Okay, here we go. Enough rambling. Let's go ahead and do the music. Here is Come Into My Arms by November Ultra. Okay, here we go. Super sad, by the way. Hold on. No. That intro was not good. I knew I needed water. I was looking over at it before I started. Hold on. There's a couple songs where I refuse to have a bad start. I refuse to have a bad start on this song. I love this song. No, I refuse. Okay. Oh, and we're good on volume too. That's good. Okay, here we go. November Ultra. Every now and then, come and take my hand. For every little lie you tell, so you can hide the grow inside your chest. Your heart will need to Okay, there we go. Yay! That was Coming to My Arms by November Ultra. Super sad song. Oh no, is my mic blocking? Okay, oh well. Now we know. My mic was blocking my face. That's one thing I like and dislike about this. Like, what do I have here? Like a desk arm for my mic. I can move it around, which is great for whenever I just like want to chat for a minute and like I don't want to like be like all up into the mic. I just like back it away a little bit. But I don't know. Sometimes it gets in my way. Sometimes it gets in my way when I sing. What was I going to say though? Oh, okay. So one of the reasons why I really like this song too is there's that like one note. I don't know if you guys could hear it. I don't know if I had it like properly mixed or whatever on my setup, but there's this note rest where I really love to do this really fun thing I've learned that I can do with my vocals, which is like hold a note and the resonance of it, I'm assuming that's the word, is like super pure. And so then it just kind of like really carries like across to like the listener. I think it sounds cool. Here though is my problem. And I'm curious if anybody knows how to fix it because whenever I do this with my own projects, it's miserable and it's hard to fix. So every time I have a really pure, I'm going to say pure, I don't know if that's the right word, pure note like that where I'm singing it and there's like very little variation in my voice and it's like a note and it's a bass note. It's like the audio wave file, it looks like a bass audio wave file, if that makes sense. Anyway, I have a terrible time mixing that, especially when it comes to acapella. I've been doing this really, really fun project for you guys. It's going to be a crazy, crazy content change for this year, pretty much starting next week. That's the ballpark. But I've been doing a bunch of those projects where there's a bunch of acapella like lines and that sort of thing for different chords that I'm doing for songs and content, yada, yada. But what I get in my mixing is it sounds so muddy because pretty much every line is like a bass line, if that makes sense. So that's my thing. I don't know how to mix that very well, and I really want each individual note to come across like super sharp. But it feels like I'm working with like literally just a bass as like every instrument. So that's really tough. It's like beyond confusing. Yeah, I know, that is kind of odd. I know, that is true. That's odd. But it sounds really pretty. Like individually or like in my headphones when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, that's really, really cool. But like listening to it all together, muddy, super muddy. So I don't know. I have to figure out how to fix that because that'll make the content sound really cool. I'm not going to lie. It's going to sound cool. And I'm happy about it. Anywho, all right, let's go ahead and jump into some of our next tracks. So let's jump into, what do we want to do next? 1920s? Yes, 1920s. All right, 1920 songs. So I want to do some Nat King Cole next. You guys know I love his music. I play a lot of his songs, or I sing, there we go. I sing a lot of his songs, especially for stream. I also like to do it live. It's a lot of fun to see people's reaction to Nat King Cole. It's basically a crowd pleaser every time, which is nice. So let's go ahead and do Autumn Leaves, even though it's not autumn, by Nat King Cole. So you guys have heard me rant about this song before, and I'm going to do it briefly. Briefly again, because this is true. I don't hear enough people when they talk about like jazz standards talk about this song, Autumn Leaves by Nat King Cole. But especially whenever they're talking about Nat King Cole himself, a lot of times they reference his Christmas music. Anybody who like listens to Christmas music knows a Nat King Cole song, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. At the very least, y'all have probably seen the meme for that. So you've heard one of his pieces or a reference of one of his pieces before, surely. But a lot of his other pieces that aren't like Christmas related, I just don't hear a lot of people talk about, or they talk about like some of his like staple pieces. I feel like this song of his is really gorgeous. Like just the make of the song, like the musical structure and all that. So that is what I wanted to say. I've had my piece. I say that. Okay. Let's go ahead and do Autumn Leaves by Nat King Cole. And I have muted it. That is a problem. Okay, here we go. Like that intro is so pretty with the strings. I know it's just like a descending line, but I don't know. There's something about it.
The falling leaves drift by the wind the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall.
And there we go. That was Autumn Leaves by Nat King Cole. So if that was a first introduction, hopefully that was a good first introduction to that song. But yeah, anyway, I feel like not enough people talk about it. It's a really, like, for when they mention Nat King Cole and like his pieces that they love, I feel like this one just doesn't get enough attention. But yeah, I won't rant about it today. I won't, I promise. I did last time too much, I know. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. Oh yes, I know it is. Yeah, it is a really pretty song. I really like that one in particular out of his pieces. But okay, let's go ahead and continue our list. So next one on our list we have is Moonlight in Vermont. Moonlight in Vermont is a gorgeous song that is also by Frank Sinatra. We already looked at one of Frank's tonight, but this is another one of his classics I love to sing, especially on stream. It's really nice to sing on stream. Okay, here we go. Here is Moonlight in Vermont. And this one is honestly one of my favorites to perform live as well, because this song just like captivates people. It's a lot of fun to see, like, I just have like certain songs, even in like different cities, how people interact with different types of music. You know what I mean? I feel like it varies from different places that I go. And this one in particular, I have a really, really cute story about this song that I was performing one time. Okay, so I was performing, I forget exactly where. It was a restaurant. It was on one of my lists of restaurants that I usually frequent. So I was performing at this restaurant, and this really, really sweet old couple came up to me. It was in between sets, and every night I do like 2 to 3 sets. So it's like 4 hours. I'm singing for like pretty much 4 hours straight, and I get a 10 break in between. Fun. But lots of ginger. Somebody said lots of ginger. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I do have ginger, like the ginger tea thing. Oh my gosh, that is such like a singer thing. It's not even funny. Okay, so, but it works. Anywho, so I do like 3 sets a night. So I think it's in between my last set. I'm getting ready for my last set, and I'm, on break. So I'm just kind of like off in the corner. I leave like the stage, and I'm just kind of like doing my thing. I'm like having my ginger tea off to the side. So this really, really sweet old couple comes up to me, and it's like, it's a fancy restaurant, which those are fun. But, I'm coming up and I'm like, oh my gosh, was it like too loud? You're never quite sure in like different environments, you know what I mean? So you're just kind of like, oh crap, is this going to be like bad? What's going on? But they came up to me and they were smiley. So that was kind of like, okay, it's probably good. They came up to me and they asked if I was going to do requests, if I do any requests for whenever I'm on stage. And I was like, yeah, I can do requests, but it has to be from the list of songs that I have, and it's going to be after my intro piece. So just so you know, it's like I give them the usual spiel that I give people if they come up and ask for like requests. And they wanted this song that we're about to do, Moonlight in Vermont. And they're so cute, and it was fine. And they're like telling me like their life story, like, and I'm in between on break, and I'm just kind of like, okay. And I was like trying not to talk too much because, you know, like 4 hours. And I was like, yeah, kind of like mouthing the words. Anyway, super cute. They go back to their table, but they're done eating, and I didn't know this. And so then I go back on stage after the 10 minutes are done, or like 15 minutes, I don't know, like 10 to 15 depends. And I start singing, and I do my intro song because that's part of the performance. You kind of like have to, you know, keep with what you have on the script. And then I get into the looser part of my set, which is like pretty much right after my intro. And then I start, and this old couple, they had stopped, they were done eating, and they were just kind of like sitting off to the side on a table. They stand up, and then they walk in front of the stage. And mind you, it's like a restaurant. It's got a little stage, and it's cute. It's like got little curtains and everything. It's really nice. And they walk in front of the stage, and there's like a very small like curvature that follows the stage, and then there's like tables because it's a restaurant. That's like the main thing is it's a restaurant, right? But they stand in front of that, and they start dancing. They start slow dancing, and it was so cute because then a bunch of people got up, and they like started moving the tables that were in front of the stage. Because, like, you know, there was like nobody there. It was like close to the end of the night, and they like moved the tables, and they were all slow dancing, and it was so cute. Anyway, that's one of my highlights from touring, and it was with this song, so that's why I enjoy doing it on stream when I get to, because I get to bring up that cute little story, which I love talking about. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into Moonlight in Vermont, shall we? After that adorable story about my tales of touring. Okay, one of the brighter stories. Okay, let's go ahead and do Moonlight in Vermont. Make sure we're unmuted. Okay. Whoa. Loud horns, okay.
Pennies in a stream, falling leaves of sycamore, moonlight in Vermont. I see finger waves, ski trails down a mountainside, moonlight in Vermont. Telegraph cables, how they sing down a highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze, warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in Vermont. Telegraph cables, how they sing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely
And there we go. That was Moonlight in Vermont by Frank Sinatra. Very, very cool. Okay, so we have a couple more minutes left before the end of stream. We will probably go ahead and tackle just one or two more songs, but I did want to mention we are going to be including some of the original a cappella pieces that we were talking about from last stream into our usual rotation, because I think it'd be a lot of fun, and I mentioned this briefly last time, I think it'd be a lot of fun to include you guys in chat to help actually like write songs. I don't know. That's something I thought would be really, really fun. I've seen a couple people do it on different platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and it looks cool, except they usually do it through polls. So that's something I have to figure out over here on multi-streaming land, which is fun. I don't know how to like do multi-stream every single platform at the same time, a poll. We'll see if I can figure that out. But I think that would be really fun. I'd like to attempt to do like acapella, the acapella sections of originals. Let's say that. The acapella section of originals with you guys and like words and like maybe harmonies. I don't know. We'll see as we go. But that is something I did want to mention. And yeah, there was one other thing I was going to mention, but I'll do that at the very, very, very end. Okay, let's go ahead and jump on to our next song, which I don't think is the 1920s, but I did see it in my list. Hold on. I always bounce back and forth. I say I'm going to do 1920s, and then I see a song, and I'm like, wait, we have to do that one. That was such a good one. We have to do that now. Okay. Let's see. Let's do. Oh no, okay. This one is 1920s. I did mark this one down as one for tonight, and I really like this one. Okay, let's go ahead and do Misty by Etta James. I know I used to say Ella Fitzgerald. I don't know why. I got it in my brain, and then that's just what I was saying. But it's Etta James. That's the version that we're doing. Both artists did do Misty, but the style in which I sing it is more Etta James than it is Ella Fitzgerald style. So, oh my gosh. Bright screen. My bad. Okay. Okay, here we go. Probably unmute that would be good. Okay, here we go. Here is Misty by Etta James. Or it's an Etta James style. There we go. Which is always fun. It's kind of got more of like a piano. There's some strings in it, but it's just like piano and drums. Classy jazz. Okay, here we go.
Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. Can't you see that you're leading beyond? And it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you, following you.
That ending's kind of all over the place, but there we go. That was Misty by Etta James. Gorgeous, gorgeous song, as I will always say for that song, because it was hard to learn, and I love it. What's really fun about that song is it really does feel like it clashes, at least as the vocalist singing it, feels like it clashes with the music, but harmonically it doesn't. Harmonically it's really fun. It's like really kind of going back and forth between the musician and the vocalist. So even in its like simplest form of just piano, drums, and occasional violin. Was there violin in that? I think there was. My brain is saying there was, but you know, I was singing it, so I was more focused on the melody than I was like, what's happening in the background right now? Okay, but that song will probably do it for me tonight. You guys have been amazing. We have a couple really fun originals that are going to be pretty much coming out every week. It is a challenge of mine that I told you guys I was doing, and we are doing it seriously. I say we, it's just me. I say we. Anyway, I'm taking it seriously. It just sounds better when you say we. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. So, but yeah, we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing that over the next few weeks. These songs are going to come out. We're going to see how long we can keep this going. I'm just going to keep saying we because it's in my brain. But yeah, so it's really fun. The first one came out, it did not mix well. I'm not gonna lie. I was mad about that. I was like, no, but I have a time frame. I'm on a time crunch. So anyway, that was the first one. We're probably gonna remaster it later. But yeah, that is pretty much all I have for you guys this evening. Thanks for hanging out with me and just having a casual singing Sunday. Eventually, we're gonna do some more streams that are kind of similar to this, but a little bit more in-depth, interactive. Maybe some React streams might be fun in the future because I do enjoy doing those. So might as well, right? Anyway, so hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will be seeing you guys next Sunday as planned at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys have been a blast, and I will be seeing you guys next weekend. Bye, guys.